Hello, and welcome here to Fuji Speedway here in Fuji, Japan. Looking forward to some road course racing here tonight. Hope you guys liked a little bit of that pre-race action. We got some practice now before we go live. No more just that loading, going live screen. A little bit of look at the race trucks making their way around this Fuji Speedway. But before we get any farther, let's take a look here at our race info here tonight. The Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series takes the Fuji Speedway, season number 2, race number 13 here. See the 2.77 mile configuration here. The Fuji Speedway, no chicane. 1,917 feet of elevation, of course, up here in the mountains of Fuji. 37-mile-an-hour pit speed road limit here tonight. Overcast clouds. We see a lot of that fog out there in the air right now, unfortunately. Definitely might be something that comes into play here tonight for sure. 70 degrees out there in the air, 74 on the track, 7 mile an hour of wind to the east. Driver's going to be using fixed setups, of course, no fast repairs as well here with the Inspired Racing League. They will have 3 additional sets of tires down there on pit road, of course, driving the NASCAR trucks here in the Platinum Truck Series. And those drivers got 100% fuel load in those trucks here tonight. Of course, Greg Tilson up in the booth with Push Edge Productions, bringing you all the action here tonight. And all the action with the Inspired Racing League from Cup Series to Platinum Truck Series to now Heat Series there on Saturday. But we got the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway here tonight. Correctly guess the P5 finisher and win $5 cash. That driver will also win $5 in iRacing credits. All guesses must be submitted before lap number 15 here tonight. We're going 35 laps, so only 15 laps to get that vote in here tonight. And once a driver is picked, no duplicates. You cannot pick a driver that has already been picked. Gotta pick someone who has not been chosen already. And to get involved there with the giveaway tonight, head over to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Big thank you if you're here on the Push Edge Productions YouTube or over on the Push Edge Productions TikTok. But to get involved here with the giveaway tonight, you gotta jump over to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Inspired Racing League, the name, but the handle is Inspired iRacing League if you're typing it in. Pretty sure either way you're gonna find it, but that's our info here tonight. Looking at practice early, Daniel Lehman up on top of the board in that number 10 truck. Travis Farmer, Trent Jones, Chris Lyotta, Mike Hauser up in the top 5. Elijah Fisher, Justin Greenlee, Hayden Williams, Joseph Maddox, Peyton Boyle, Trent Green, Timmy Neckerbecky, Matthew Scott, William Carter, and Ty Wilson in the top 15 right now. Only 15 drivers out here so far tonight. But let's take a look here at our standings here in the championship coming into Fuji Speedway. Trent Jones leading the way, Austin Hunt, Travis Farmer, Peyton Boyle, Mike Hauser up in the top 5 for that championship run right now. Elijah Fisher tied for that 5th spot, it looks like. Chris Lyotta, Josh Henderson, Justin Greenlee, Ty Wilson, Daniel Lehman, Hayden Williams, Dawson Kemp, Jeffrey Peppers, Timmy Neckerbecke, Bobby Hadaway, Trent Green, Robert Wilhoit, Levi Ramsey, and Jordan Herring, your top 20 here in the points. Great look at the season overview points here. How many wins each driver's got. Look at that. Trent with 5 this season. Boyle and Farmer also in the double digits. Look at their top 10s, top 5s. How many bonus points they've received. How many positions they changed after the last race. How many starts they've made, of course. Race number 13, so 12 the most you can have here. And then how many provisionals those drivers took here this season as well. Little over 3 minutes here left in practice. Really curious how these drivers make it out tonight. See just how cloudy and foggy it is out there. Very overcast here at the Fuji Speedway tonight. Big shout out to everybody stopping by here live with us tonight. I see Emma the Deranged, Jagger, Glover, Harvick to win, Scott out there in the YouTube. Teresa out there as well. Axel stopping by. Appreciate all you guys hanging out here tonight. And the sponsor of that giveaway tonight is Emma the Deranged. So big shout out to her, fan sponsor here this tonight. Looking at the week ahead, a week full of racing here at Push Edge Productions. Friday is my race day. We'll be racing in the Midwest Racing Fun League. Going to be taking on the triple header there. Trucks O'Reilly Next Gen. Saturday, the Inspired Racing League Heat Series kicks off season number 1 there at Daytona with the ARCA cars. That's going to be a fun one. Sunday, we head to Indianapolis Raceway Park with the Rogue Racing League and their truck series here in season 5. Monday, the Inspired Racing League Cup Series heads to New Atlanta there with their Gen 6 Cup cars, so that one's going to be fun there as well. Tuesday, the Hot Fuel Racing Short Track League heads to Richmond with some ARCA cars. That's going to be a double feature, twin 75s there on Tuesday. And then next Wednesday, rounding out the week, the Platinum Truck Series heading to IRP as well. So 2 truck races from IRP next week, it looks like. A great schedule, great week of racing here on Push Edge Productions. Big shout out Inspired Marketing, LLC, Mad Performance Paints, sponsors and partners here with the Inspired Racing League. Thank you for everything that you guys allow the league to do here. Big shout out to Inspired Racing League, Rogue Racing League, Hot Fuel Racing. Appreciate all you guys, all the leagues that make this happen here on Push Edge Productions. But a little under 30 seconds left here in practice. We're going to go ahead, jump side by side. We're going to be back here with qualifying from Fuji Speedway, the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series overseas here in Japan. Stick around. We will be right back. Back here at the Fuji Speedway, once again qualifying, beginning here. Take a look, drivers making their way out to the racetrack. Mike Hauser in that 43 machine. Top secret there on the truck this week. Jump over to the 13 here. Travis Farmer making his way out there in his Ram truck. That number 13. We got that 69 here. Chris Lyota. That Bigfoot Enterprise. Initial D sponsored this week. I love it. Definitely a big fan of drifting, as most of you know here. So gotta love the Initial D scheme here for Chris Lyota. One of my favorite schemes here. I think my favorite one this week for the Platinum Truck Series. Gotta say it. Because that is just awesome. Rockstar energy on that machine as well. We got Justin Greenlee, that number 70. Sim Speed Shop. Hot Rod. Got the 45 here. Trent Jones making his way out as well. And still no lap times up on the tower quite yet. These drivers a little bit longer of a lap time here at the long 2.76 mile racetrack here. 7.7, something like that. Ty Wilson, that 55 truck. Another Ram out here tonight. Shell Pennzoil sponsored here this week for that number 55. The Sun Drop number 3 there of Peyton Boyle as well, making his way out to the racetrack. It's another good looking hot rod out here tonight. We got Matthew Scott, that 25 Filthy Frank hot rod. Not quite sure the reference there, but definitely has a meme out there on his hood. Tell you what. Joseph Maddox, that 87 Husqvarna machine, making his ways around the racetrack as well. We got that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea Pushhead Sim Sports number 78 here of Timmy Neckerbecky. Gotta have the Extra Sweet Tea Milo's here tonight. You know that on all the cautions, that's what I'm chugging the jug of Milo's. Got that gallon there on the side, right in front of that rear tire. I tell you what, I'm drinking it. We got William Carter over here, the 83 machine. Man Warren sponsored on that race car. Hayden Williams, the number 1 Snap-on out here as well. And look at that. Time starting to tick in. Mike Hauser, new quick time up to the top of the boards. That 43 Pop Secret. Looked like the first guy with a lap time in. And the fastest, Chris Lyota, sitting now up in second in that Initial D number 69. That 3 of Peyton Boyle up to third. Justin Greenlee, the Sim Speed Shop number 70, back to fourth. Daniel Lehman in that Baja Blast number 10 up to second there. Got Ty Wilson back in seventh. Greenlee back to 6th there. Boyle back to 5th. Timmy Neckerbecky up to 8th. And all the rest of these truck drivers here making their way around. Laps not ticked in the timer yet. Look at that. Travis Farmer in the 13 up to 3rd there. Chris Lyota up to 4th. Jumping ahead of Peyton Boyle there. Back in 5th. Mike Hauser, that 43 Pop Secret machine, still up on top of the list right now. There we go. Trent Green jumping up to 7th there. That HEB Pushhead Sim Sports number 07. Greenlee up to 6th there. The 70 moving up. Matthew Scott up to 9th. Oh, Hayden Williams in the 1 up to 6th. Hauser, Lehman, Farmer still your top 3. Lyota, Boyle, Williams. Greenlee, Greenlee jumps to 5th. Ahead of that 3 of Boyle. So now Hauser, Lehman, Farmer, Lyota, Greenlee, Boyle, Williams, Wilson, that 55 up to 9th. Joseph Maddox up to 8th there. Good improvement there for that 87. Then we got Trent Green, that 07. He's still got another lap. He's back there in 11th. Matthew Scott back in 12th. Working on another lap there as well. Great look. A few more drivers out there getting their laps. Elijah Fisher, that 16 Ram out there making some laps. William Carter, looks like that 83 hasn't set a lap quite yet as well. Oh, Trent Jones, the 45 up to 4th there. So now Hauser, Lehman, Farmer, Jones, Lyota. Lyota getting a little bit of extra practice. I see he's already got 2 laps in, I believe it's showing me. Hayden Williams jumping up to 5th in the 1 machine. Putting Lyota back to 6th. Greenlee to 7th. Boyle to 8th. Maddox, Wilson, your top 10. Trent Green, Matthew Scott, Timmy Neckerbecky. Look at that. Elijah Fisher up to 8th. In that number 16 Caterpillar Ram. Looks like the only driver yet to put down a lap is that 83 of William Carter. Believe he's still got a little bit of time. 2 minutes left here in practice. No, he has exited the racetrack, so he is not getting back out there. So we are going P5 here tonight for our Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway, sponsored by Emma the Deranged. Correctly guess the P5 finisher and you win $5 cash. You got to jump over to the Inspired iRacing League YouTube to get the vote in for it to count. You'll get $5 cash. The driver also receiving $5 iRacing credits. All guesses must be submitted before lap number 15 here tonight. Only 1 guess per driver, no duplicates. So once a driver has been picked, no longer available for the rest of the field. And look at that, that 16, the last race truck left out on the racetrack. So make sure you're getting those votes in there by lap 15 here tonight over on the Inspired Racing League YouTube. Hey, out there in the chat. Trent Plays stopping by as well. Teresa Emma Jagger still out there. I see Scott still out there. Toothless TTV stopping by as well now. Appreciate everybody stopping by, getting out there in the chat over there on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube. Appreciate you guys stopping by the TikTok here tonight, the Push Edge Productions TikTok, as well as our YouTube. Hope you guys having a great night. We're going to go ahead, jump side by side, and then green flag laps here from Fuji Speedway. We will be right back. all right. We are back here at the Fuji Speedway. Let's take a look at our starting grid here tonight. Row number 1, starting off, pacing the field out in front. Mike Hauser able to get that pole. Daniel Lehman and that number 10 outside front row, row number 1. Travis Farmer, Trent Jones going to be rolling off row number 2. Here in row 3, we got Hayden Williams, Chris Lyotta, row number 4. Here tonight, Mount Fuji Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series, Justin Greenlee, Elijah Fisher. Rounding out our top 10, row number 5, Peyton Boyle, Joseph Maddox here tonight. Ty Wilson and Trent Green going to be rolling off row number 6. Here in row 7, Matthew Scott, Timmy Neckerbecky, that Milo's Extra Sweet Tea, Bushhead Sim Sports Hot Rod there. Love that paint scheme here tonight as well. William Carter going to be rounding out the field. P15 here in row 8. The field making their way under pacing here. Those trucks are rolling here at Fuji Speedway. Get a good long pace lap here, and then the field gonna go green flag. We might get 2 pace laps actually, because those lights definitely out on the pace car. Big shout out Mad Performance Paints. If you need a livery here on iRacing, be sure to check out Mad Performance Paints. They will hook you up. They got a few designers there with them. Rob Wilhoit, Joseph Maddox. Definitely some top of the line work there. Want to go check them out. Also, Inspired Marketing LLC. Thank you guys for everything that you do here for the Inspired Racing League. From the Cup Series to Platinum Truck Series and now to the Heat Series. Big shout out all the partners and sponsors here that make the series what it is. But still under pace laps here. Oh, not sure. Sorry about that. Not quite sure why I did that to me, but that's okay. Back fixed. Oh, it did it again. Why? In the world? Okay. That's fine. All right, lights out on the pace truck. We are going back racing here. This is definitely going to be an exciting one. Fuji Speedway, 35 laps here tonight. Remember, you don't got much time, only till lap 15 for the giveaway here tonight. So definitely going to want to get those votes in early. Taking a look where those championship top 5 starting here tonight. Trent Jones, the championship leader, he's going to be inside that top 5 starting up in 4th. Fortunately, Austin Hunn, the 95, not able to make it here tonight. Travis Farmer in that 13, he's back in 3rd. Peyton Boyle, the number 3, inside the top 10, up there in 9th. And Elijah Fisher, side by side. Oh, no, not side by side. They are nose to tail, actually. But Elijah Fisher, that 16, back in 7th, 8th. Something like that. Not wanting to tell me exactly what it is. It's all right. That's okay. But I hope you guys all having a great Wednesday. A beautiful Wednesday night here at the Fuji Speedway. I'm going to tell you what. Making our way down to the hairpin. Almost to turn number 8 here. Getting ready to set these Platinum Truck Series drivers off to the races. This is going to be a fun one. I'm going to tell you what. Down into the Dunlop turn. And then all the way down to turn 13. after we exit the Dunlop turn here. Field still side by side, under pacing the green flag, getting ready to come out here tonight. And then we got the Nets corner here. Off into the Panasonic corner, down into the front straightaway. This field about to fire off here. That pace truck gonna dive down there into pit lane. Daniel Lehman, Mike Hauser leading us off to the green flag here. Those lights out on the pace truck. He's gonna make that right turn here, down into pit lane. And the first time down into turn number 1. That green flag about to fly here. The Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series about to take on 35 laps around the Fuji Speedway. And we are green flag. Nope, yep, there it is. Green flag here at Fuji Speedway. Whoop, wrong button. The green flag flying here in Japan for the Platinum Truck Series. Lehman down to the bottom. He goes wide there in turn number 1. Big mistake from that number 10. There, wow. He falls all the way back from 2nd, back to 9th. There in turn number 1. Still side by side. Elijah Fisher working his way up the field. He's up 5 spots there already in that number 16 Caterpillar machine. Little bit of side by side back here. Joseph Maddox trying to look for position, but Chris Lyotta, Hayden Williams, they are side by side here. Down in the Dunlop corner, the field goes. Side by side, almost 3 abreast of 10. Down to the bottom, Daniel Lehman, a big move there in Dunlop corner. He is trying to make those spots back as quickly as he can right now. He's back up to 8th and trying to get more. There we see that Peyton Boyle number 3, a big mistake, able to work his way past that machine, jumping on board here with that outside pole sitter. Daniel Lehman right now watching the field up ahead of him. Started off there outside front row in 2nd. The field, look at that. They are single file here pretty quickly. That top speed 150, 160, 167, 170, 175, almost 178 there in a turn number 1, all the way down to about 50, 40 miles an hour through turn number 1. Riding on board here with that Baja Blast Mountain Dew number 10, Daniel Lehman. Currently up in 7th, down 5 spots, started up in 2nd. Watching Joseph Maddox in that 87 Husqvarna machine just ahead of him. But boy, oh boy, what a great look. Jumping back out front, Mike Hauser in the race lead. He's got Travis Farmer just a little bit under a second behind here. That is still definitely a battle for the race lead, I would say. One mistake by that 43 of Hauser, and that 13 of Farmer are going to be all over him. Jump back to the 3rd. That Elijah Fisher, number 16, has moved himself up to that 3rd spot here tonight. Chris Lyotta, that initial D machine, up to 4th. He's up 2 spots there as well. Jumping back to 5th, Joseph Maddox in that 87. He's up 5 spots here early. A lot of moving up in the front. Tell you what, Mike Hauser, the pole sitter, that only driver in the top 5 not to gain a position. Then we jump back to that outside pole sitter there, Daniel Lehman, the 10 machine. Thought they were side by side up front there. Definitely missaw that, unfortunately. But look at that, Peyton Boyle going to work here on that number 10 of Daniel Lehman there. Great look at that Mount Fuji behind that tower out here in Japan. Love it. What a great look here. The field makes their way down to turn number 8 here. Those leaders really starting to put some distance on those drivers behind them. Joseph Maddox making a move there on Chris Lyotta, going side by side. Oh, Lyotta gets sideways. There goes Lehman sideways as well through the grass. Not sure quite what happened there. Take a look at that. What happened here? Run at full speed to the 69. Oh, locked up that right front momentarily, a little wide. Then that 10 just trying to avoid him. Wow, oh, wow. Very good save by that 69 there, Chris Lyotta. So now Daniel Lehman in that 10 working his way back up the field. He's now up to that 5th spot. Worked his way around that Joseph Maddox machine. Here next, that 87 up to 4th. He was able to get by that 69 there as well. Lap number 4. Remember, you got to get your giveaway pick in tonight by lap 15. So you definitely going to want to get that pick in here as quickly as you can. Currently up in the 5th spot, Daniel Lehman, that 10 machine. He's moving his way through the field though, so might be somebody we're going to have to take a look at. I'm going to go ahead and pick that number. Actually, let's see. Who am I going to pick? All right, let's go with that 78 of Neckerbecky. There for my pick. Well, make sure you get that vote in. Sponsored by Emma the Deranged here tonight. The Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway. Guess that finisher there in P5 for your shot at $5 cash. And that driver also gonna get $5 in iRacing credits. Hayden Williams in the 1. Big moment there. Got very, very sideways. Wow, oh wow, able to save that car. And only 1 pick per driver, so make sure you haven't picked a driver that has already been picked. Make sure you head over to the Inspired Racing League YouTube to get that vote in as well here tonight. Oh boy, it happened again. Come on now. Sorry about that. Popped out of full screen because I clicked on another window. Gotta love Windows. The field back single file now. Let's go ahead. We're going to do a top 10 rundown here real quick. Mike Hauser, that pole sitter, that pop secret Ford F-150, the number 43 out in front. Getting that pole, leading all the laps here so far. All 5 of the laps led by that 43 machine, and he's got over a 2.5 second gap built up back to this number 13 machine. And that's the 13 there, Travis Farmer. Very unique Ram truck here tonight. Gotta love all those colors there on that 13. It's definitely an eye catcher for sure. Back in the 3rd spot, that Caterpillar Ram number 16 there, Elijah Fisher. doing pretty well here tonight in podium contention. 3 seconds back, about 3.5 back from that 13, and he's about 3 seconds ahead of this Joseph Maddox number 87. That's where the battle is really starting to wage war here. We got that number 10, Daniel Lehman. Look at that. He is all over that back bumper here, Joseph Maddox. Great look back at that number 10, that Silverado there of Joseph Maddox, that Baja Blast Mountain Dew machine. They are side by side, duking it out here. Lehman, that outside front row driver at the beginning, qualified P2, so he's definitely got a fast truck under that number 10. Trying to work his way back through the field, back up to 5th, after dropping back to 9th after that early incident. They're missing turn number 1. Hayden Boyle just behind him, that number 3, currently up to that 6th spot. He's up 3 positions, starting back there in 9th as well. Then that initial D, Chris Lyotta, back there in 7th. Doing pretty well here tonight as well. Oh, big moment. Hayden Boyle getting a little bit too much there, that curb. Jump a little farther back, that 45 there, Trent Jones. Back in the 8th position here, that Toyota Tundra. Back to 9th, we got that Justin Greenlee number 70 machine. And then rounding out that top 10 rundown, Hayden Williams in that number 1 Snap-on machine. Look at that. He is taking that number 1 down there to pit lane. Looks like we're going to have a new top 10. We do. Ty Wilson jumping up to 10th there as Hayden Williams takes that number 1 down there to pit lane. And that is your little top 10 rundown. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a sights and a sounds. Let's hear the sights and the sounds of the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Oh no, the 07 there, Trent Green goes around there. Boy, oh boy, coming back here from our crank it up. We watched that 07 go around. Let's watch that one more time there. Get a little better view of what happened. I missed that. Coming back to that. That HEB Pushhead Sim Sports Hot Rod. I think that's one of our first pretty bad incidents. Oh no. Just losing that back end. Also, we had that 78 there, Timmy Neckerbecky coming around, it looks like, as well, actually. Fortunately, that Milo's machine, oh, able to keep it off the wall there. Great job there by him. We also had that 10 Lyota off track. That was a little bit earlier. All the way back there, lap 3. Going a little wide here. That was okay. That was when we saw that moment there. But 27 laps left to go. Things are definitely starting to heat up. We've got some green flag laps underway. Coming to lap number 10. So 5 laps left to get that giveaway vote in. If you're not over in the Inspired iRacing League YouTube, go hop over there. Get the vote in for your pick on who's going to finish P5 here tonight. Mike Hauser leading the way. And he has led all the laps. He's got almost a 4.5 second lead back to that number 13 there, Travis Farmer. Elijah Fisher still back in third. But look at that 10 of Daniel Lehman back on the charge. And on the charge forward at that. We're just under, coming to 25 laps left to go here at lap 10. 35 our distance here tonight. It has definitely been a mixed bag here tonight. A few drivers not having the night they'd like. I see that one. Looks like Hayden Williams has forfeited for the night. He has gone and parked that number 1 machine there. Unfortunately, it looks like. The only car out of the race, though, back in 14th there, we got Timmy Neckerbecky, William Carter back in 13th, Matthew Scott in 12th. Trent Green in 11th, and then our top 10, Ty Wilson, Trent Jones, Greenlee, Maddox, and Lyota just out of that top 5. Boyle, Lehman, Fisher, Farmer, Hauser, your top 3 here tonight. Take a look. Our closest battles out here, I'm going to say it's probably these, yep. Lyota and Maddox, Fisher and Lehman. So kind of right here, one of those tightest battles. Oh, as Maddox, a really bad bump there off that curb for that 87 Husqvarna of Joseph Maddox. Watch that 69 there, Chris Lyota just ahead of him. Definitely wins my favorite paint scheme here tonight. That initial D livery as Takumi Fujiwara's AE86. I love it. Definitely a sweet looking ride here. Guess I'm a little biased there, a Drift fan, so a Drift animated manga. Definitely a fan of that one, tell you what. But that Pop Secret machine out in front, that F-150 there, Mike Hauser, he is doing everything he can to get every lap led out here right now. 10 laps led, 10 laps in the books. Can he go green to checkered here tonight in that 43 machine? Big shout out. I see Hey, Jason Williams, Emma out there in the chat hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Trent Plays out there as well. Jagger Glover, Teresa, Inspired iRacing League. I think I saw Scooter Perfetio stopping by out there as well. Axel. Caitlin, appreciate you stopping by out there as well. The best wife ever. Take a look. Coming across that start-finish line here. Lap number 11 in the books. 24 laps left to go. Watching that race leader right now, Mike Hauser. We're going to jump on board and see how he is getting it done because definitely the class act right now. Well, let's actually hide that telemetry. Who's got the fastest lap out here tonight? Mike Hauser does have that honors of 1:42.23 up in the top spot. Farmer back in second with that second fastest lap, 1:42.37. Then Lehman, Boyle, and Williams, your top 5 on speed. Fortunately, Williams, that bad luck, not quite sure why, but that one went and parked it there for the night, unfortunately. We also see that 45, Trent Jones, has taken it down to pit road. He just parked it for the night. Oh, no. So it looks like that 45 just parked it for the night as well. Ouch. All right, who's got the best average, the fastest 5 for 5? Daniel Lehman holding on to that title right now. A little bit better of an average of 43.25 opposed to that 43.27 there for Hauser. Farmer a 33, and then back into the 144s, Fisher and Boyle, respectively. And then some of our biggest gainers here tonight as we pull up our tower gainers as well. Elijah Fisher up 5 spots. Oh no! Big network issue there for Mike Hauser. Okay, he came back. Boy, oh boy, that scared me. But Fisher up 5 spots. He is currently our biggest mover right now. Starting back there in the 8th spot. Up to 3rd. Doing a good job there for him. Our next biggest mover up 3 spots. That number 3 there of Peyton Boyle. The Sundrop Burger King machine here this week. Just behind him, that Joseph Maddox, number 87, also up 3 spots. Working up the field there together, Payne Boyle and Joseph Maddox, both respectively up 3. He started back in 10th. William Carter working up 3 spots, starting back in 15th, up to 12th. 83 having a pretty good night here. And then Trent Green up 2 spots there. That last biggest mover here, out of the top 5 biggest movers here, that HEB Push Ahead Sim Sports number 07 here. Let's take a look though. That gap out front, almost 4.7 tenths of a second. That battle for P1, not quite a battle at the moment. There's quite a big gap there. Unfortunately. Mike Hauser out in front. Travis Farmer here in this 13. Back in 2nd. And then back to 3rd. Elijah Fisher here in that 13. He's got another 13 and a half seconds. Back to 3rd. Wow, oh wow. Well, look at that. Daniel Lehman starting to make some headway here with that Elijah Fisher machine. He is gaining almost a half second per lap. He's going to catch him about 2 laps is what it's predicting. Down to 1 lap. That gap slowly closing there very quickly, I'll tell you what. Our little head-to-head graphic. Big shout out Collateral Damage Sports Network there for some of these plugins. They definitely look amazing here. Battling it out, that number 10. He's got to make something happen to get around that number 16 of Elijah Fisher right now. We're looking back out of the back of that number 16 right now, Elijah Fisher. Coming to 20 laps left to go. So that is 15 laps complete. Next time by, get your votes in, get your votes in. Watching that battle between Daniel Lehman there. Trying to get by this Elijah Fisher number 16. Look at our race recap. This is lap 15, your last shot to get that vote in. Mike Hauser still up in front. No lead changes, but this is the last chance. Get in the Inspired Marketing LLC giveaway, sponsored by Emma the Deranged here tonight. Correctly guess that P5 finisher here tonight, and you will win $5 cash. That driver will get $5 in iRacing credits. No driver can be picked multiple times, so once a driver has been picked, no duplicates, so only one driver per person, and only that driver can be picked one time. We see Daniel Lehman going down to the inside. The 10 and the 16 get side by side here. And make sure you head to the Inspired Racing League, Inspired iRacing League as the handle, YouTube, to get entered into that giveaway here tonight. And that Daniel Lehman, number 10, able to capture that podium spot here with 20 laps left to go. Coming to that stripe, out that last turn here. And that is going to do it there for the votes. See just how big those gaps separating these drivers are right now. The closest battle, I would believe here, that battle of Fisher and Lehman. Look at that. No, Maddox and Greenlee going at it side by side right now. Take a look over there at that battle. Greenlee able to make his way around that Maddox number 87 up to seventh, excuse me, some hiccups. 7th spot there. All right, now we got under 20 laps left to go here. Let's go ahead and go and hear the sights and the sounds of the Platinum Truck Series here in the Inspired Racing League. Truck drivers here one more time. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Alright guys, big thank you, a little bit of a crank it up there with the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series. Out in front is still that 43 of Mike Hauser leading the way for the field right now. I'm going to tell you what, that Pop Secret Ford F-150 doing a great job. Started on pole and has led every single lap. He's got a 4-second lead back to that 13 there, Travis Farmer. Definitely doing what it takes to lead this race out front right now and hitting all his marks. We see that 13 not too far back behind there, but he's got a good 4.5 second gap right now to this number 13 machine. Jumping 15 seconds back. Look at that. Daniel Lehman, that Baja Blast Mountain Dew machine, currently up in the 3rd spot. He made his way around Elijah Fisher there quite a few laps ago. And then we got that number 16 there of Elijah Fisher up in the top 5. Having a pretty good run, up 4 spots here. Started back in the 8th spot, so good run here. Coming to about the halfway mark almost. I think we just officially crossed that halfway mark there. Jumping back, just rounding out our top 5. Oh, Boyle, a big wiggle over those curbs there. And that sun drop number 3. But Chris Lyotta, that initial D number 69. My favorite paint scheme out here tonight, gotta say. Big shout out, Chris. That definitely a good looking one. You can't really see it too well out here in the fog, but I'll tell you what. One good looking race truck. For sure here tonight. Running through that top 10. Peyton Boyle in that 3. Back in 5th. Look at that. Who was that? Travis Farmer. The 13 down to pit road. That driver back in the 2nd spot. Deciding to make a pit stop right here at about halfway. Using that extra set of fresh tires. We will see if that's going to be the right choice here or not for that number 13 machine. Definitely going to help with some lap time, but are the rest of these drivers going to pit? Is he going to have enough time to catch back up to him? Is my question. He left pit road there 7th. Not sure if he did get 4 tires. It looks like that pit stop time, 14 seconds. So I'm going to assume that he did get some pit, tires there as well, from what I would think. Curious to see. Look at that. Mike Hauser, your race leader, down to pit lane there. Pit stops have begun. Green flag pit stops beginning right about halfway. Little bit past halfway now. Lap 20 here of 35. But these leaders starting to make some pit stops here. Lehman down to pit lane as well. Fisher gonna take over that race lead. Look at that. Look at that. A little bit of strategy coming into play here at Fuji Speedway here tonight. Elijah Fisher, your new race leader. Coming as 15 laps to go next time by. We're curious how many more drivers going to make a pit stop. We see Lehman down to pit lane as well. Watch that Mike Hauser 43 work his way off of pit road. We see Chris Lyotta, Peyton Boyle coming down to pit lane here as well. Pit stops has definitely begun without a doubt. But now new race leader Elijah Fisher, that Caterpillar Ram number 16 machine. Taking a look back here, that Peyton Boyle Sundrop Chevy Silverado number 3 machine there. Jumping over to that 07. He's battling with that Matthew Scott 25 for a top 10 right now. That HEB Pushhead Sim Sports Hot Rod just took over that 10th spot there from Matthew Scott. Oh no, it looks like Neckerbecky just went around. Unfortunately, again, let's take a look back here at that 78, having a little bit of bad luck there. That Milo's Extra Sweet Tea Machine. Oh, a big wobble. Able to keep it off the wall at least. Another good looking paint job out here tonight, I'll tell you what. That Milo's Extra Sweet Tea definitely looking pretty good out here, I'll tell you what. But let's see, will that 16 of Elijah Fisher come down pit road this time? A lot of those other leaders taking to pit road. First and second did not. Elijah up in the top spot. Look at that. Justin Greenlee, the 70, up to second. That Sim Speed Shop number 70 body armor Ford F-150 looking pretty good. We see some lap cars there behind. That's Matthew Scott and Trent Green. Look at that. Matthew Scott able to work his way back past that Trent Green HEB 07 machine. Mike Hauser back here in third. He's going to have to contend with some of that lap traffic here pretty shortly. He's got a 7.7 second gap back from Justin Greenlee up in second right now. That Pop Secret Ford F-150 definitely the most laps led out here. Elijah only leading one. 19 of them led by this 43 machine. Little bit of an exciting battle. It looks like that might be one of the tightest battles for position. Biota and Boyle getting after it. Let's see what this is looking like here. This is a battle here for 7th. Boyle back in the 3. Back in 8th. Lyota, that 69 initial D machine, up in 7th. Oh, a bad turn there for Boyle. He's going to lose some time to that 69 for sure. Down that front straightaway, 14 laps left to go here. Big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC, Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys, everything that you do here for the Inspired Racing League. Tight turn down into 1 and 2 here. Down into turn number 3. They make their way into that Coca-Cola turn. As well, we see the hairpin up here. Getting some action. That battle there, Boyle and Lyota. That 83 there, William Carter, a lap down or more. He's back in 12th. So that not a battle for position there. Little battle out there on that front straightaway. Look at that. Matthew Scott, Trent Green are battling it out here. Matthew Scott on the outside. Green down there on the inside now. As they switch positions, that race leader, excuse me, second place, forgot, Elijah Fisher out in front. Hauser back in second now. Trying to work past this lap traffic. Out in front, we see that 25 there, Matthew Scott. Little meme there on his back bumper. And Trent Green back there. Look at that dive from that 07. He's trying to get that spot. From that 25 down to the bottom he goes. As they battle it out there for that top 10 spot right now. That's Trent Green behind that 25 of Matthew Scott. And Hauser is 15.39 seconds back there from that 16 out in front. Elijah Fisher leading the way right now. Take a look. What are those lap leaders looking like? How many laps has he led now? Up to 3 laps led. Look at that. He has finally elected to take his pit stop there in the 16. Not sure what that beeping there was. Sorry about that. Looking at our race recap, 10 laps to go. Is making its way very close. 24 out of our 35. If I had to take a guess, I would guess Joseph Maddox also going to pit. No, he doesn't. That teammate there of Elijah Fisher, he has not pit yet as well. The last car out there on the racetrack that is not pit is this 87 Husqvarna of Joseph Maddox. The only car that is not pit yet. Everyone else making a pit stop. Mostly around lap 19, 18 for most of these drivers. Then we had Fisher. He just pit lap 23. Justin Greenlee, the 70, pitting lap 21. Neckerbecky pitting on 14. He pit a little early there. Jones on lap 10. He went and parked it. And then Williams parking it there on lap 6, unfortunately. Taking a look, this is still one of those closest battles for position. We got this one over here as well. Boyle and Lyotta. They are battling it out still as well. Battle between a Ram and a Chevrolet. I think on both fronts. And in both occasions, the Chevy trying to chase down that Ram. Oh, Boyle making the move down to the inside. They are side by side. That puts them back on the outside there for the crossover. Not ideal there for that sun drop number 3. He is all over that back bumper of the 69, though. Boy, oh boy. Boyle trying to find a way here around Lyotta. That's that race leader no longer. Look at that. After that green flag pit stop, we're going to take a look here. Down into turn number 1, they go side by side. Lyotta and Boyle. Oh, Boyle hard on the brakes, locking that right front up to not get into that 69, I believe. But look at that new race leader, Mike Hauser, taking back control of the race lead. Travis Farner back up to 2nd. And Daniel Lehman up to 3rd in that 10 machine. The only car that is not yet pit here tonight, Joseph Maddox, there in the 87 machine. He's back up in 4th. Still going to have to pit there, I believe. Not quite sure if he'll make it the full distance. So I'm expecting that 87 yet to pit. Jumping back to 5th, we got that 16, the teammate, that Mad Falcon Motorsports number 16 machine of Elijah Fisher, who took a, oh boy, a big slide there. Way off those rumble strips there for Elijah. Don't know if that was the commentator curse, but the moment we looked at him, boy, oh boy, did he have a big moment there. And then rounding out that top 5, I believe, would be this battle for the top 5. Yes, it is. Maddox does indeed come down to pit lane as I expected. 87 down to pit lane. So that battle for 5th now is going to be Chris Lyotta and Peyton Boyle. That battle has been raging for a few laps now. Boyle still up ahead, or excuse me, still behind that Ram initial D number 69 there of Chris Lyotta, who is up in 10th spot. English is hard, guys. I am sorry. Very hard sometimes. But we're taking a look 5 seconds out in front of this 13. Is that race leader number 43, Mike Hauser. We see this 13 of Travis Farmer trying to work his way through some lap traffic. We got that battle here for that 10th spot, Trent Green and Matthew Scott. They are really battling it out here right now. This is another battle that's been raging on for quite a few laps here. Oh, Scott goes around. Trent Green able to make that pass up to 10th. Fortunately, it looks like that puts Matthew Scott a lap down. This is our race leader now. What just happened? What happened to Hauser? What just happened to Mike Hauser? Was up in the top spot. What happened? Oh no, I think he disconnected. Yeah, 43 out due to connection. Oh my, oh my. That is absolutely terrible there for that 43 machine. Having such a good run, so dominant there for Mike Hauser. Dropping him back there to 9th position. Did he get back in and back out on the racetrack? No, he has not yet. Ouch. Oh boy, that one stings there for the 43, I am sure. So now, new race leader, the 13, Travis Farmer. Very, very bad luck. Very, very bad luck there for that 43 machine and their team. Go ahead and do a top 10 rundown as we're just under 10 laps to go here. 9 laps remaining. Just talking about that race leader, Travis Farmer, about 4 seconds ahead of this number 10, Daniel Lehman. Started on that outside of the front row, made his way back up to second. We saw he had an early mistake there in turn number 1 of lap 1. Fell all the way back to about 9th or 10th. He has worked his way back up to second here. Back in that podium contention, that Ram Caterpillar number 16, Elijah Fisher, back up to third with those boys rounding out the top 5 just behind him. We saw that Sundrop car. That's Peyton Boyle. Look at that. He was able to make his way around that 69 there, Chris Lyotta. And now that dropout, unfortunately for the 43, puts both of these cars up in the top 5. Again, I just got to say it one more time. Chris Lyotta's paint scheme, my favorite out here tonight. I absolutely love that one. Chris, you knocked that out of the park, pal. That is definitely on theme here for Japan, for sure. So I just love it. And being a drifter, that just absolutely hitting home. Love sliding the car sideways. And Initial D, all about that sport of drifting through the mountains. There on Mount Akina. Of course, I was always a fan of the Red Suns because of the rotary, you know. I own myself an RX-7, so definitely a fan of Initial D. But coming to the line, gonna be 7 laps to go for that Travis Farmer number 13 machine. Our race leader out here at Fuji Speedway doing a great job. We see that Daniel Lehman just out of sight. He's brought that 4-second gap back down to 3.5 there. We're going to have to take a look. What's that battle right now looking like? Well, look at that. Lehman starting to gain about a half a second a lap. He'll catch him in 6 to 7 laps. We got 7 laps left to go. Wow, that might be an exciting battle coming to the race end between that first and second place for our win out here tonight. That 10 there, Daniel Lehman tracking down this number 13 here, Travis Farmer. Great look. That's some awesome artwork there on the back of that number 13 of Travis Farmer. Definitely some interesting artwork on that machine, I'll tell you what. Go ahead, drop that tower short so you can see some more of that. Definitely a cool scheme out here. A lot of detail in that number 13 machine. But coming to 6 to go, will the 10 have enough? Daniel Lehman started in second. Has the best lap out here. Take our fastest 5 for 5. Let's look back at that. Lehman on top of that board. Very likely you can get something happening here. Jumping back here, that battle between Peyton Boyle and Chris Lyotta up here for the 4th position now. They're still probably one of the closest battles on the racetrack. They are. Farmer and Lehman, they've got a 3.5, almost 3 second gap there. 9 seconds separating Boyle from Fisher. So this is kind of our closest battle out here on the racetrack right now. And that gap working its way up to over a second right now. But big shout out, Inspired Marketing LLC. Thank you guys for everything that you do here for the league for sure. We appreciate y'all so much. Coming to 5 to go, Travis Farmer making his way around this racetrack. But look at that, look at that. That number 10 sure is getting closer. That gap now under 3 seconds. 3.8 seconds right now, or 2.8 seconds, excuse me. As it gains back up to about a 3 second mark there. But that was just 4 seconds back. On board here with that 13 of Travis Farmer. He is still gaining by over a half a second a lap right now. Gained 7/10 last time by over the course of the last 5. Gaining about 6/10 of a second a lap. Catching him in 5 laps. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Might be able to get to that back bumper, but I don't know if he's going to have time to pass him. Kind of one of those, always the biggest question mark. Haven't looked enough at that Ty Wilson, number 55, Shell Pennzoil machine here tonight. Good up in the top 10, up in 8th right now. Started back in 11th, working his way up 3 spots here so far for the night. A little farther back, we got that 07, Trent Green. And that battle there with Matthew Scott for the 10th spot. Jumped up to 9th. There's Matthew up to 10th. By the unfortunate circumstance there of the 43 dropping out due to connections. Look at that. Matthew Scott get out of the way there. Some lap leaders battling for position. And that's that battle there. Chris Lyotta and Peyton Boyle up for 4th position right now. Take a look. Look at the gap. It is slowly decreasing. 2.7 seconds. The gap up front once again. Daniel Lehman trying to reel in that number 13 there. Travis Farmer. He was making good progress, but looks like a little bit getting stalled out right now. Just a little bit. Yeah, that gap has increased 6 laps until he catches him now. So, fortunately, not making that pace that he was. Or Farmer turning up the wick. Starting to push it a little harder to stay out in front here of this number 10 machine. But they are definitely going to be starting to battle for position here pretty soon. They are one of the tightest battles out there on the racetrack. Other than that Boyle-Lyotta battle that are much closer in distance, but they're under a second apart here. And Boyle still holding the advantage there on that one up in 4th. Chris Lyotta here back in 5th. Greenlee back in 6th. Joseph Maddox back in 7th. Ty Wilson up to 8th. Trent Green there in that HEB machine. And look at that. That 3rd place driver there, Elijah Fisher. That Caterpillar Mad Performance. Or Mad Falcon Motorsports, excuse me. Matt Sidars checking out there in the chat. Appreciate you guys. I see Teresa still out there. Emma, Scott, Neckerbecky stopping by out in the chat. Hope you guys all having a good one. Trent, Jagger, Caitlin out there as well. Menards Bros stopping by. Axel out there as well. Jason Williams. Hey, stopping by. I really appreciate all you guys. Two Flats TTV as well. Neckerbecky stopping by over there at the Push Edge Productions YouTube as well. Getting out some chatting in there. But look at that. 2 laps left to go as we cross the stripe. Next time by is going to be the white flag. Boy, oh boy. That 10 is gaining on that 13. Will Travis Farmer hang on and get it done here at Fuji Speedway? Or will Daniel Lehman steal it away here under the last few moments? Gonna have to keep our eye out. Oh no, look at that. Looks like Joseph Maddox just had an issue here. There in that 87 machine. Oh no. Big slide there for that 87. We see Timmy Neckerbecky as well. That 78 machine. He had a little bit of trouble. Looks like going down into turn number 1 here. Oh no. Oh boy. Able to keep that thing rolling though. Not make any contact with anything. So nice job there by him. But look at that. Lehman making his way up to Farmer. Coming to the white flag. Will he have enough? I don't know. He's still over a second back. Coming to that white flag. Off of that final turn. Down that long straightaway. And coming to that start-finish line, the white flag is out for that 13 there. Travis Farmer leading that number 10 of Daniel Lehman. Is it going to be enough? Too late? Too little? Too late there for the 10? What is going to shake down here? The battle for the race win. Coming down to the last lap right now. We're on board here with Daniel Lehman, that number 10. That gap almost down to half a second. Can he get it done here? Coming to the checkered flag. Daniel Lehman in that Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 10. He has been making his way forward, trying to chase down this number 13 Farmer. Little bit back, over a second of a gap. If he wants that win, he's got to get it done now. He has been gaining, but look at that gap. Oh no, it's increasing. That is not going to help here coming to the last moments. Coming down to the last corner here. Joseph Maddox there, some lap traffic, but look at that. Farmer and Lehman off of the final corner up to the start-finish line. The checkered flag out for Travis Farmer. Farmer will win at Fuji Speedway. Daniel Lehman coming home here at second. The 16 Elijah Fisher gonna cross the line here at third, it looks like. He's got a good 10-second gap back to Peyton Boyle back there in fourth. The Caterpillar number 16 Mad Falcon Motorsports machine up to that third spot. Peyton Boyle. That battle to the checkered flag there. Boyle winning that to fourth. And look at that. Chris Lyotta coming home in fifth. So let's see who picked that 69 Chris Lyotta here tonight. Somebody going to be winning. I know somebody picked him. And a look tonight at our Fuji winner, that number 13 machine, Travis Farmer. What a great job here tonight. Able to persevere. Looked like he was only going to be able to finish second. Some unfortunate luck there for that 43 there of Mike Hauser. Having a little bit of connectivity issues, losing connection to the server. Out in front, that has got to hurt. I know. Big, I'm real sorry there to that whole 43 camp, because he was having an amazing race, doing everything right, and just couldn't get it done here tonight due to his connection, unfortunately. But Travis Farmer, the winner. Oh boy, ouch, big contact there into the wall. Some celebratory donuts there for that number 13. Off in the grass. He is just sticking it to the wood and letting it spin where it may. Little celebratory three-way burnout. Joseph Maddox there, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer. Those Mad Falcon Motorsports machines celebrating two of those cars up in the top three on the podium here tonight. So big shout out there to them. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at our race results here. Great celebration there from those podium drivers. The Fuji Speedway, 2.77 miles here in Japan. Right outside that Mount Fuji. Great look at that. there a little bit earlier. But Travis Farmer, 11 laps led, able to bring it home tonight there in that number 13 machine. Great job there by him. The 10 of Daniel Lehman coming home there in second. And Elijah Fisher coming home third place here at Fuji, the Platinum Truck Series here with the Inspired Racing League. What a night of racing. I'm going to tell you what, 35 laps, our scheduled distance here. We went that full scheduled distance. No caution flags here tonight. And one green flag lead change. That was when that 13 Travis Farmer took the lead, unfortunately, after that 43 drop-in connection. Says 3 different leaders. That also, no, so actually Fisher took that race lead as well. And so did that 10 of Lehman. So I'm not sure. They all got some laps led. That one, I'm going to say that's not correct. But, you know, gotta love the graphics. Elijah Fisher going to be a hard charger there in that 16 machine of 5 spots from 8th to 3rd. So great job there. A podium and the hard charger there for that Caterpillar Mad Falcon Motorsports number 16 machine. Mike Hauser, the most laps led, the fastest lap, and the pole. So unfortunate connection issues there for him. That fastest lap, a 1:41.985. That 43 car was the class act of the field here tonight. So yeah, Goody's Headache Award goes out to Hauser there. Scott out there in the chat. Yeah, that is definitely well-deserved. Gotta hate it when the internet goes out. Gotta hate it. But thank you guys. Push Edge Productions. Greg Thielsen up in the booth. Stick around. We're going to be right back here from Victory Circle. We'll get a hold of Travis Farmer. Then we'll talk to Daniel Lehman and Elijah Fisher, our podium finishers here tonight. Stick around. We will be right back. All right, we have made our way over here to Victory Lane. That number 13 there, Travis Farmer, taking the win here. Platinum Truck Series, race number 13 here, Season 2. Fuji Speedway, definitely putting on a show here tonight. I'm going to tell you what, Travis Farmer, how did that race go there for you? Spent most of your time there back in second. Unfortunate there for that 43 Mike Hauser. Had the fastest lap, most laps led. A little bit of connection issues, kind of putting you in the right spot. But hey, you had to be in that second spot to be there and take the win here tonight and capitalize on that issue that the 43 had. But tell me, how'd that race go tonight here for you, Travis?
Oh, that's a good race tonight, man. I really didn't expect to get up that far at all, especially it being a road course. But yeah, I was following Mike pretty far there, a long way. He's getting away from me, and then all of a sudden he just got kicked out. I hate that for him, man. I mean, he had it hands down. I mean, there's nothing I could have done to catch him. I mean, I just hate it for him. He deserved that win.
Yeah, that definitely gonna be one that stings for that 43 crew. Nothing you can really do about it though. Fortunately, network issues, maybe a storm rolling through there, or unfortunately just network acting goofy. So definitely a real big bummer for that 43. Big shout out there to Mike Hauser because he put on a heck of a race here tonight. I'll tell you what. But we are speaking here to you, Travis, here in Victory Circle. You put yourself up there in that position to take advantage. What did that track treat you like tonight? We see from up here in the booth, we saw a lot of fog, overcast, very heavy fog outside. It was at times kind of hard to see some of those race trucks. So from inside that car, did that fog affect you? The weather affect you here tonight? And how'd that track affect you here tonight?
The fog didn't bother me too bad. I liked it, but yeah, the track felt good there to start. There at the end, I think I burnt my tires up, and Daniel was starting to catch me there. I was afraid he's going to get me where I was getting loose every turn. But, I got lucky again. I'll take it.
Well, definitely a little bit of luck and a whole lot of skill there from that 13 Travis Farmer. Congratulations here tonight on your win here at Fuji Speedway. But before I let you go celebrate with the crew there, who you got to thank here tonight, Travis?
My teammates for sure helping me out there. They had a good race tonight also. But yeah, I'd like to thank them, the whole league for racing, and you for broadcasting it, man. Do an awesome job.
I appreciate it there. Well, congratulations one more time. Looking forward. Next week we head to IRP, it looks like. That's going to be a fun one. A little short track racing from some road course racing. Going to shake it up a little bit. What you got for the rest of the field there next week, pal?
I got to get a lot of practice there. I'm not too good there. We'll see what we can do.
Little bit of a flat track, short track racing. It's going to be tensions high next week, I would assume. But congratulations one more time. We'll see you there next week, Travis.
All right, man. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
Grabbing that number 10 machine, Daniel Lehman, able to snag that P2 position here tonight at Fuji Speedway, that 13 race here in Season 2, the Platinum Truck Series here with the Inspired Racing League. Daniel, walk me through that race here a little bit. You were able to start off on that outside front row, outside there to that Mike Hauser, number 43. He had a little bit of unfortunate luck there. We talked about it there with Travis, having a network disconnect and unfortunately drop him all the way back down to 13th. Do you think you had something there for the 43 there at the end if he would have stuck around? And how was that battle? No. You got all the way back to that back bumper, the 13 almost there at the end.
Well, at the start there, I got kind of juked out. The Trent had a weird connection issue, and I thought he was lunging me, and then he just disappeared in my mirror. So I just lost track of where my brake pedal was, how much load I was putting on it, locked it up. Had a big old fight trying to get back through the pack. Got held up by a couple guys, and I just being too nice, I guess. If I wasn't as nice, I definitely would have passed Travis. But what can you do? It was quite the race. Trying to just keeping my head down and trying. It's too bad about Mike. I really respect that guy. It's too bad that he didn't get that one.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate there for the 43. Most laps led, fastest lap here tonight. He had such a big lead there, unfortunately. But that was a good battle. Coming to that end, you were making time on that 13 there, Travis Farmer, for sure. We were kind of watching that battle. That gap went from about 4.5 seconds all the way down to under half a second in the matter of about 4 or 5 laps, maybe even 6 or 7 at most. Tell me how it was just trying not to overdrive to catch that 13 and not make a mistake doing something like that.
I put my head down and just, focused on my marks. And, once I realized that there was a possibility I could get there, and he hit some traffic, and traffic held me up a little bit, but a little bit less. And I had a different line going through the last couple corners that was helping me out a lot. I was gaining a lot on him. It was very different than anybody else really, but I coming through the last lap, I started to lose the right front. It was just overheated because I was pushing, just trying so hard to get that thing to move, and it eventually going through the final S's, it pushed the front, and I gave him a good race because that was all she had. I couldn't make any more time with 15 lap old tires, just trying to run 12 sevens to 13 ones, and it's all I could do. I tried best I can.
Yeah, definitely gave him a good fight, and definitely make him work for his money. He was probably sweating watching you get closer and closer in that mirror too, I would assume. But a great job here tonight, Daniel Lehman, out there in that number 10 machine. Before I let you go, congratulations again one more time. And who do you got to thank here tonight, buddy?
Oh, I got to thank Peyton, and some of the guys. I had a practice here at the track, and just invited everybody, and some guys came out, and I helped their pace, but they definitely helped mine. So it helped me sort things out and get my stuff together. So I can thank everyone basically in the league today. You guys are great.
Awesome job there. Well, thank you there. The number 10, Daniel Lehman, coming home second here at Fuji Speedway. Look forward to seeing you next week. Heading to IRP next week, some short track, flat track racing. That one's going to be interesting. I'm expecting some tempers to go a little high there next week.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I generally, you know how I do it, short track. So it's shoulders out, and generally I'm out. So we'll see if I have a short night or not next week.
Well, good luck there next weekend. Congratulations here tonight. Daniel Lehman in that 10. Look forward to seeing you next week, pal.
Thanks, Greg. Have a great one.
And we'll grab that final driver there, the number 16, Elijah Fisher, that Caterpillar Ram, able to sneak there into that top 3, come home with a podium finish here tonight. We saw you kind of played a little bit of that long strategy. You took over that race lead there after those race leaders elected to come down and make some pit stops. You got some laps led there, made your pit stop, started working your way back forward. Unfortunately, Peyton, a big help there, disconnecting. Very unfortunate there for him, but tell me a little bit how that race went for that number 16 here tonight, Elijah.
Yeah, it definitely sucks for Mike, obviously, but we'll take the podium. I felt like running the long game was kind of what I had. I had some tire wear for sure. Fell off the pace by about 2 to 3 seconds a lap. So I thought if I stayed out just a little bit longer than everybody else, I would be able to kind of put myself in a better position on that second part. But Travis and Daniel and Mike were all just in a whole nother level than me the whole race. So I'm content with where I was at. I mean, that's kind of where I was expecting to be at, or at least my goal was. So I'm very happy to be able to come away with the podium out of this. And we'll definitely take this as some forward progression into IRP. Hopefully get a little bit better of a chase standing spot before the end of next week.
Talking about next week, IRP, that flat track, short track racing. I'm kind of expecting a little bit of tempers to be raised. These trucks, definitely a little bit of contact sport there on short track some nights. So we're really interested. What you got for the field next week, pal?
I don't know. I think I want to say we raced there last season with the trucks as well. I know we've done a race there, and from what I remember, it was honestly a really good event, and actually raced very good with the trucks. I think it's really going to be one of those tracks where you're going to have to find a line that works good, that kind of plays into my favor. I enjoy having to try to figure out what's working and what's not working, and you can use the bottom, you can use the middle, and you can use the top lane at that short track. So it's very unique and kind of resemblant to Bristol in a way, just without the banking. So like you said, probably going to be some tempers flaring, but that's why I'm just happy to be way above the cutoff line.
Yeah, definitely looking a lot better from above the cut line going to a short track. Well, that number 16, great job here tonight. Once again, congratulations on the podium there, Elijah Fisher in that Caterpillar number 16 Ram here tonight. Before I let you get out of here, who you got to thank here, pal, getting up on the podium tonight?
Yeah, I always got to thank Joseph Maddox for the incredible paint schemes he always brings. Got to thank you, of course, for broadcasting, putting this on for us. Thank all the fans, of course, for tuning in, and all the teammates over there at the Mad Falcon Motorsports shop. Those guys do awesome. And yeah, just got to thank Mom, of course, for watching, family, and thank God, of course.
Awesome job there. Well, congratulations on that podium finish here tonight. One to add to the stat book there. Definitely going to be helping there in the points at 16. Elijah Fisher, great job tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week, pal.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Greg.
And it looks like that is going to do it here from our podium. Let's go ahead. We're going to check back our race results here one more time before we get out of here. Travis Farmer, big congratulations. The win here tonight. Big sorry out there to Mike Hauser because that was so deserved, man. Very, very unfortunate for that 43. Some connection issues. I think he was definitely the truck to beat here tonight. Most laps led, fastest lap, got the pole. He was out in front and unfortunately just had a little bit of bad luck there, unfortunately. But coming down to the end, that was a real good battle. Only 1.2 seconds separating first and second there. Travis Farmer, Daniel Lehman. That was a fun battle to watch coming to the end. I'm going to tell you what, that was really cool. But the Platinum Truck Series here at Fuji Speedway, definitely putting on a show. That 2.77 mile configuration, a real blast here tonight. 35 laps for a total of 97 miles here tonight. One green flag lead change, which I do believe is incorrect because I know Lehman got out front, Fisher got out front, and then Lehman got back out front. So it's at least 3 I can count off the top of my head. And that's the 3 different leaders as well. So not sure why that part of my graphic not working tonight. Sorry about that. I don't know what's up with that. But 0 caution flags, green to checkered. Green flag the whole way. Love to see it. Elijah Fisher, that hard charger, and the podium there in 3rd. So good job there by him for sure. Mike Hauser, the most laps led, fastest lap, pole spot. Unfortunate night there for the 43. Big shout out to you, Mike, because you did a great job here tonight. I'll tell you what. Well deserved. I'm going to say you're the winner in my book here tonight, pal. Tell you what. But what a great race. What a great night. I'm going to tell you what. Let's take a look here before we get out of here. With those championship top 5 finish here. Jones back in 14th. Trent Jones not the run that he would like tonight, coming in your championship leader. Austin Hunn did not make it out here to Fuji Speedway. Farmer getting the win, so that's going to help. Back up in 3rd. That might help him move up the field just a little bit. Boyle back in 4th, and Fisher up to 3rd. So some good points nights for the bottom half of the championship top 5. I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at those point standings before we go. These are entering to the race. These are not updated, unfortunately. Don't get those updated till later. Trent Jones leading the points, though. 64 ahead of Farmer, Boyle, Hauser, and Fisher. Your top 5, top 6. High there for 5th. Chris Lyota, Henderson, Greenlee, and Wilson, your top 10. And we got Daniel Lehman, Hayden Wilson, Dawson Kemp, Jeffrey Peppers, Timothy Neckerbecke, Bobby Hadaway, Trent Green, Rob Wilhoit, Levi Ramsey, and Jordan Herring, your top 20. Great look at all the stats, their wins, top 5s, top 10s. So let's add another win there for Farmer. So he's going to enter that 3 wins there. That's definitely going to help. Hopefully some bonus points as well. But what a great night. What a great race here. Fuji Speedway, the Inspired Racing League Platinum Truck Series. Big shout out there to the Inspired Marketing LLC. Everything that you guys do here for the Inspired Racing League. And also, you need a livery here on iRacing. Make sure you go check out Mad Performance Paints. They're going to hook you up. Big shout out, Inspired Racing League. We got a big packed week of racing next week. Starting off there Friday, we're going to be racing myself, first person. Come check out Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be racing first person Midwest Racing Fun League. That's going to be Trucks, O'Reilly, and Next Gen Cup Cars. A little 3-peat for myself driving. That should be a lot of fun. Saturday, the Heat Series gets kicked off here with the Inspired Racing League. Daytona. going to be the kickoff there Saturday, 7:45 CST, 8:45 CST PM. That one, not going to want to miss the kickoff of the Heat Series. Sunday, the Rogue Racing League and their Truck Series Season 5 heading to IRP. So we got 2 races there at IRP this week with trucks. That's going to be a lot of fun. Monday, the Inspired Cup Series heading to New Atlanta with the Gen 6 cars. That's going to be a load of fun as well. Tuesday, the Hot Fuel Racing, a double-header, double feature, Twin 75s, ARCA at Richmond. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then next week, the Platinum Truck Series heads to IRP as well with their NASCAR trucks. Going to be a lot of fun. Of course, all the broadcasts there at 7:45 p.m. CST, 8:45 p.m. EST. And Friday, fun night here, racing in the Midwest Racing Fun League. That is 8 p.m. Eastern. So check us out here starting back Friday, 6 days a week. We've been streaming now. I hope you guys all had a really great Wednesday here, the Platinum Truck Series Inspired Racing League. Big shout out to Flats TTV winning the giveaway, so that's going to be cool there for you. Big shout out Zipper, Teresa, Emma out there in the chat. Two Flats TTV, Skull Crusher out there, Harvick to win, Scott, Mr. NASCAR, Chris Lyota out there as well. We had Matt Sidars, Inspired iRacing League stopping by as well. I appreciate all you guys. Neckerbecky stopping by as well. Oh, looked like he had a little bit of bad luck there on pit road. Trent Jones, I believe, and Hayden Williams, hey, out there in the chat. Menards Bros stopping by. Axel, Jason Williams. Appreciate all you guys. I think I saw Cody Jacobs out there as well. I appreciate all y'all stopping by, hanging out tonight. Thank you so much. The race tonight sponsored by Emma the Deranged. So big shout out to her as well. But until next time, guys, Greg Thielsen for Push to Edge Productions. It was a great night here. Hope you guys all had as much fun as I did up here in the booth. But until next time, push the edge and find the limit.
Yeah.